it's Steven, and today I just have an at-home activity that's simple and easy to do. So today we're going to be doing some fun stuff with bubbles. All you really need to get started is a simple straw or anything that you can blow through. So I've made a few different types of bubbles. Just basic soap. I use Dawn dish soap. It seemed to work pretty good. And just regular water from the sink. So add those together. You can play with the amount of soap that you use just to see which one gets the best bubble. So I've put a little soap and water in these, and I've also added some food coloring just to make it kind of fun. So, of course, simple enough. Add your water, add your soap, put the straw in, and you get bubbles. But I wanted to step it up a notch. So I got 3 straws. I didn't actually have straws, so I used a pen and took them apart and just taped them together. So using what I have at the house. And it comes out pretty cool. 3 bubbles at once. So you can see something a little different there. So that's something you can do with bubbles. Another thing I like to do is just find different types of plasticware. This is an old drink mix, and I cut the bottom out. And then I got a shallow plate, filled that with soap and water, cut the bottom off that plastic, and now I can just use that to make even bigger bubbles. So there's no true limit on how big you want to make your bubbles, as long as you find a big enough piece of plastic. Sometimes milk jugs work, different things like that. So you can use both sides of this to make some bubbles. And then one of my favorite things to do is grab a sock, maybe a plastic bottle, or you can also use the cardboard out of a paper towel roll. So once you have those, I like to just maybe get that sock, put it over that paper towel roll, and then you can use a rubber band to keep it on. So the paper under will get a little wet, but it'll work for a while for you. That's why the plastic bottle comes in handy, where it won't get wet and start falling apart. So I do the same thing. I just put that sock around the plastic bottle, push it all the way to the back. Make sure it's nice and tight, and that's ready to go. So, as you can see, I put different types of food coloring right here in these 3 bins. And you can get a little bit of color coming out when you blow bubbles. I'll show you what happens. So just dip the end of that sock and cone into the water and soap solution, and then just blow. And you get a really big, long, snake-looking, small bubbles. And I like to see how long and how far I can make it last. You do whatever you want with them. Make a beard out of them, or throw them at your friends that you're playing with. And you can see it has a little blue tint to it, which is kind of cool. And then for the other ones, just so I don't mix up the colors too much, I use that plastic bottle, dip into the yellow bubbles, and let's try that out. And there you have it, a big, long bubble snake. Cool. And there's one other thing I like to do. You can get some paper and possibly make some bubble art. So I just take that straw that I have 3 straws taped together. I'll go ahead and dip that into one of the bubbles and just blow on there. Let them pop. Try to catch them as they're floating through the air. And when they pop on the paper, you have some cool designs. So try that out. You can fill up the whole paper. And you get some cool bubble art. So thanks for joining. See what you can do with bubbles. I gave you a few little different tips and tricks. The sock over the cone or the plastic ball is really fun. You can make really long snakes on the ground and you write your name with them if you want to. So try it out. Bye everybody.